Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be your monthly intuitive messages for Capricorn. Whether you have Cappy in your chart or you just felt like come in here, hold on, it's adjusting the camera. There. All are welcome, as long as y'all are respectful and polite. That's all I care about. Anyway, Cappies, before I go ahead and dive into channel messages, because I've been doing a lot more channeling than cards recently, it's just kind of how things have gone since I've come back from my surgery. But there is a part 2 if you're resonating with this, so go ahead and check that out. It will be linked below. You can watch on Patreon or Vimeo. And if you want to know what we have on Patreon, there's live hangouts. We do something for every new moon, full moon, early access to a lot of videos as well. Pretty much all the content I put on here is early access there. And also all the part 2s as well. So check that out if you're curious. There's also some things I've been wanting to do, and I'm waiting till I have the full green light from my team, essentially, that I can be full-blown into spring energy and then incorporate some of these new things that I want to do. But that's all the announcements for right now. Cappies, let's get into it. Very strong earth goddess energy with you. Very strong earth mother energy for you. Now, if you're a man, you could be getting very much in tune with your own like divine feminine energy or the element of earth, or this could be happening to somebody that you're around, or maybe you're being drawn to spaces where there are people who are embodying that energy. Just very, very strong earthy feminine goddess energy going on for my Capricorns. Cappies, thank you. They just gave me another one for you. That is also because a lot of you are really learning what it means to nurture yourself, what it means to actually nurture and take care. And it's not just a feminine thing. This is also something that's been happening for me in my own reality. Like seeing all of the aspects of what we have defined as like masculine, feminine, and just kind of seeing the multifacetedness of all of it. I might have mentioned this before in another video, but it's like when you nurture yourself, when you take care of yourself, you actually need to show up for yourself, which is more like masculine. So I'm using air quotes because these all this shit is probably going to change a month from now, but this is where we're at right now. Okay. When you decide, I need to nurture myself, I need to take care of myself, I need to rest, or I need to eat, or I need to bathe, or whatever it is, right? That is you recognizing that and honoring that for yourself. But the actual action of doing it and following through is masculine. So I can feel that that's a collective thing, but I really feel that for my Capricorns that you're really learning what that means and you're really instilling that in your life. Now, there are a lot of decks that wanted to work with you today. We have the star codes that want to work with you. We have herbal astrology that wants to work with you. Lemuria doesn't really want to work with you. So we have two very, actually, oh, and the goddess deck wants to work with you. I thought there were 3. I was like, I thought there were. Do we have time to do 3 groups? This has been happening more and more too, where I need to do like groups of readings. Yeah, I don't know about time for 3 different groups, do we? Okay, this is how we're going to do this. I will use all 3 and I will keep them on the board for part 2. This wants to happen for a reason, so I'm going to honor it. Now, you may resonate. Well, I'm getting a pen and paper to timestamp. You might resonate with 1. You might resonate with 2. You might resonate with all of them. There's a little truth in everything, okay? But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. All right, group 1, we'll just start at 4 minutes to make it easy for group 1. Okay, I'm all about easy timestamps. Okay, group 1, we're gonna do the Star Codes Astro Oracle for you. Any messages or insights from my Capricorns? Really strong Mercury. Really, really strong Mercury energy for group 1. That might be how I do it, labeling the groups by whatever symbols or whatever have you comes through. But very strong Mercury energy, Capricorns. You could have a lot of Gemini or Virgo in your chart, where you have your natal Mercury could be getting activated at this time. So I'm just getting a lot of ideas, a lot of planning. It feels more Virgo-y than Gemini to me for you, but I'm not going to discount Gemini. Capricorn. Any messages or insights from my Capricorns for group 1? Energy of 35, break it down to an 8 with ascendant. entrance. Beginning is what I'm hearing. The beginning. I feel like I'm seeing Capricorns where you've entered a whole new cycle and you know it. There's no denying it. You've entered into the beginning of something, the beginning of a big chapter, maybe, beginning of a new you, maybe the beginning of a relationship, but you have entered into the beginning of a whole new experience for yourself. Why is Mercury so active for you, though? Is it making you think a lot? Is it making you feel like you got to get going on some things now that the beginning is here? I just feel like it really has your mind stimulated, this beginning that you're entering. Can I get one more? Thank you. Sorry, I love my job. I get Mercury and you get third house. Communication, house of Gemini. Anyway, sorry, you gotta laugh and you gotta giggle. I love the illustrations on these cards. They're just, the art is so beautiful. And I like, who's the artist on this? I don't even have the box set with me. But the deck is listed below. Heather Roan Robbins. I don't know if she did the art, but she made this deck. All right, anyway. Ascendant and third house. Whatever this new beginning is for you, Capricorn, it is requiring you to get into your Mercury. It is. It's requiring you to get into your Mercury. It's like putting boundaries in place, putting the bones in place, the bones of the structure of what will be. It just feels very planning oriented. Now, it could involve a relationship because it is a social house. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friends and what have you. Collaborations could be at play, but it is a beginning. It is a beginning. It is definitely a beginning. Okay. Feeling what deck wants to go next for you, group one. Dreams of Gaia. Okay, we will do Dreams of Gaia. Okay. Any messages or insights for group one? Any messages or insights for group one for my Capricorns? Let's see. Seven of Cups. So Capricorns, those of you resonating with group one, here's what I feel like is going on. You are in a whole new cycle or in a brand new beginning. Something new, something very big and new is starting in your life. And it does feel like off to the races now. Off to getting things orchestrated, off to getting things in order, making sure you've thought things through. But the Seven of Cups coming up is like, slow your roll. Seven of Cups is coming up to say, flow with this. Okay, yes, there is a brand new thing happening for you, new version, new job, new relationship, new experience, whatever it is, new cycle. And yes, it is stimulating you. It's inspiring you. It doesn't mean you need to get attached to all these ideas, mental stimulation. Just recognize that because this is new and because you're feeling inspired, it puts you in the realm of creating almost anything you want out of it. Seven of Cups is also, in this deck specifically, has a little bit of like co-creative energy to it. A little bit of like, make your dreams a reality, make your fantasies real by flowing with them and seeing how you can navigate with them. Okay. Don't get stuck here. Don't get stuck in Mercury. Let Mercury inspire you and let Mercury help you flow and navigate through these options and possibilities. Okay. That's what I'm getting with that. Can I get one more for my Capricorns for group one? No, I'm not taking those. Can I get one more for my Capricorns for group one? There does feel like a very fast energy here, Cappies. Momentous is the word that just came through. Kind of energy. Almost, my heart is like, my heart also went crazy with the Leo reading too. Just woosah your way through it, okay? Can I get one more for Cappies? Be inspired. Don't get hard on yourself. So Cappies, this is also just a Cappy thing. Sometimes Cappies, when you get an idea, you want to go. You want to run. You want to do it. You want to make it happen. This is not about that. This is about a window of being inspired and flooded with inspiration and ideas on how to navigate this new beginning or this new energy or this new cycle. Just because it's an idea doesn't mean you have to do it. Okay? Can I get one more for my Cappies? I'm feeling strong friendship for some of you guys here. Like this could be involving a person that you just feel really, bonded with. Ooh. And then we have healing. So this is also a good indication as to why be inspired and flow and enjoy this like spring-like energy that you're in, because it also seems to be coinciding with a little bit of transmuting that's going on with healing. This does feel really good. This energy feels really good. Again, inspiring keeps coming up for you, Cappies. Here, I almost called you Gemini. Inspiring keeps coming up here for you, but this is also about navigating it differently than you would in the past. This is not about doing. This is not about, I feel like I need to repeat this for you, Cappies. This is not about doing. This is about experiencing and feeling and flowing and living. This is not about doing. Something I feel like is getting soothed from your past here, and the soothing of your past is coinciding with you stepping into this new beginning. So let yourself be inspired, enjoy the spring, flow, feel, live. Don't try to do. Okay? All right, let's move on to group 2. Hi, group 2. Let's see what we've got going on for group 2. Which one am I going with? Okay. Group 2, we're going with herbal astrology. Immediately, I'm getting rose quartz. It was so fast. They're literally like rose quartz. Okay. I think I'm going to write that down. Rose quartz. So do we have some heart healing to do, Cappies? Do we got some getting in our feelings to do? Is this involving a relationship, Cappies, for group 2? Also getting very strong earth energy with you that I did in like the main channeling before I started splitting this up into groups. I just am getting a lot of like nature, a lot of wood specifically. There may be a specific kind of tree or plant that like wants to talk to you, wants to connect, wants to hang out. I feel like somebody has already talked to trees. Again, very like earth mother energy, generally speaking, for my Cappies at this time. All right. But yeah, they're saying rose quartz. My Cappies need some rose quartz ASAP. I don't know if I said it. Sorry. I'm using the herbal astrology deck. I'm just really deep in it and I just didn't want to lose it. All right. Cappies. I don't ever say this right off the bat unless I really feel it. This kind of feels like a romance group. But we'll see. Love comes in all forms. Love of family, love of friends, love of work, love of our fur babies, love of life. But I can't get away from this feeling of romance. Group 2. Any messages or insights from my group 2 Cappies? Oh. Come free. 32 breaking down to a 5. Completion. Interesting. In this particular plant has pink flowers on it too. Very much feels like I'm looking at the world card right there. So maybe this is about completion of lessons. So maybe it's about completion of karma. Actually, like literally, I'm getting the feeling of karmic debt. Cleared. Yeah, I just heard the word cleared. So group 2, you guys have recently cleared something big, completed something huge. I can't get away from the feeling of karmic debt. It feels like karmic debt. It's what it feels like. The heart needs tending. Yeah, the heart needs tending too. Again, this feeling of like pink, rose quartz, like needs tending to in your life. Can I get one more for my Cappies? I'm going to read these to you as well. I just find I like to read the descriptions. It's kind of fun. Can I get one more for my Capricorns for group 2? Yeah, there's a soft energy trying to come up for you, and it's almost like they're saying like it's okay to like rest a little. It's okay to like recognize what you just cleared. It's okay to recognize what you've just completed and that it is over. It's done. You don't have to repeat it. It's okay to like lean into softer energy at this time. Maybe you just need a little bit of like post-completion recovery. You could totally need something like that. Can I get one more for my Capricorns? We have Poppy. Poppy's an interesting one. Poppy's actually very Capricorn. It represents the devil card. Or Saturn, really. Poppy with Dream, another 5. 2 5s. I'm not worried. I just, when the 5s come out, it's like, oh, that's a 5. Change, freedom, liberation, right? When Poppy comes out, Poppy is Neptune and Saturn. Sorry, I didn't mention this. Comfrey is also Saturn. So very strong Saturnian energy. And you guys are Saturn, you're Cappies. But for group 2, I keep, look at the pink again, pink and white. I keep getting so much about karmic debt has now been cleared or something. And not all karmic debt, but like something pretty significant and huge has been, oh my God, my incision's hurting. Has now been cleared. I'm also getting you're good to go on something now, but I kind of feel like you need rest. I almost feel like you need a little, like something about you feels very, not vulnerable, just like you need a little bit of a bubble for a while. Like almost like running a marathon, you need to like go take a nap for a bit, right? It's like, okay, glad that's done and completed and all the things, but let me just like recollect myself for a hot minute is what I'm getting with you, group 2. Again, so much referencing to pink, the heart, rose quartz that I'm just feeling for you, and I just keep wanting to reiterate that. But Poppy is also about balancing with the shadow. Because Poppy, and this is something I didn't know until I read about it in this card, in this deck anyway, this book, that Poppy is actually the base of like all those heavy duty painkillers, like morphine and all of that. Like if you like go back enough in history, they pretty much all have been derived from poppy. Which I was like, fascinating. Opium as well, right? Just things I didn't know about. But there is benefit to getting into the shadow. Because the shadow's not bad. It's you. It's just parts of you haven't discovered yet. It's also parts of you that, how do I want to say, are the hidden deeper parts of you that maybe aren't out all the time. It's also just your subconscious, right? It doesn't have to be only about that side of you. It kind of encompasses that too, but it's a lot of things. And can you traverse all of that? Can you also traverse the realms? Can you traverse fantasy and desire and not get lost? Devil, right? The devil is not all bad. There's like really beautiful prose to the devil because it is about being able to be fully in your power in all aspects of self, including the shadow, quote unquote, right? Can you use that deeper part of your power and not abuse it or not be entrapped by it either? Can you do it and not get lost? I feel like you have come into a really beautiful lesson, Cappies, for group 2. Because like while both of these are very Saturn and meh and devil and shadow and mastery and all these things, I feel so much softness coming up within you too. It feels like a beautiful balance of self. And maybe even for some of you, especially my mystics watching, maybe you've also learned to traverse realms that I think some people get trapped and lost in. Because I'm also getting a lot of unattachment actually as well. And Poppy can be a little bit like that. There's a cannabis card that literally means detachment, but that's also how you don't get lost in the realms of the unknown and the shadow and all of that and Neptune, right? It's like if you stay unattached to what you're experiencing and what you're feeling, you're always staying in a state of flow and being open with those kind of energies, and you're not allowing your psyche to be so attached or affected or changed by these realms and the shadow. And that's how you stay empowered in it. But that's not easy for everybody to do. It's also like a sense of like mastering the monkey mind a little bit, mastering obsession, mastering codependency, addictions, things like this. So a lot of things to speak on this realm that I feel like you have come to completion on. Oh, Clyde, you're so cute. Sorry, he's just on the bed right now. But I do feel like now that you're there, you like need a moment. You need a moment to integrate, or you need a moment with self. Well, lots wanted to be spoken on for group 2 there. So I'm going to read both of these, not the full descriptions, just the guidance, just because for sake of time, because I still got to do group 3. I don't think I did a birthday reading for you guys either. Sorry. You know, things happened. Comfrey represents wholeness, completion, and closure of a great cycle. The wreath symbolizes a cycle containing the energy of the past, present, and future, hovering over the clouds to note how the foundation of all cycles are grounded in mystery. Comfrey majestically grows in the center, representing the axis mundi, the sacred heart, the sacred will that pulses the great mystery. Comfrey has appeared today to signal that a great cycle is near completion. Stay aligned as you continue to prune and heal the garden of the self. Look closely into repeated patterns, persons, or situation that keep showing up in your life. Draw upon Comfrey's power to mend and find wholeness in lessons and patterns that need closure. I just heard addiction again with that. Okay. Poppy. Poppy's piercing dual nature and history are closely representative to that of the Devil card. The Devil represents the darkness of material obsession, addiction, and pursuit of false ideas for the sake of vanity and personal gain. The constructs of this reality, quote unquote Saturn, have enabled a contorted darkness that does not belong to the soul signature of this divine flower, Neptune. Look deeper through the lens of her beauty to find that she embodies the mystical magic of dream time, the place of unbound potential where we regenerate daily and commune with the divine. Be aware that excess and abuse of mystical powers or substances means that you'll likely end up lost in her dark labyrinth. Break the temptation and addiction to thought patterns and experiences that lead to escapism and empty intentions, and align to the light found within the mystical darkness found in the dream time. So again, traversing limitlessness and not being lost, even if that limitless is just yourself. That's what you've been dealing with. Cappy group 2. All right, let's go ahead and pull from the Dreams of Gaia tarot for you. Or am I doing animals? No, okay. That was very clear. Yeah. Just caught a glimpse of the version of the Empress, the mother, that earth goddess mother energy I was feeling with you. Any messages or insights for my Cappies? Okay. Body, mind. Our thoughts affect our reality. Our beliefs affect our reality. And again, this is also what the other cards are speaking to, right? A state of detachment. A state of detachment. A state of detachment. Okay? Again, I feel like these are things that you've actually are completing your lessons on. Okay? But that's speaking to the state of mind and the impact it has on the body. The effect it has on your reality that you're living. Ooh, my left arm just started hurting. Okay. Can I get another for my Cappies for group 2? Knowledge coming through here. Again, I feel like you've recently mastered something. You've recently attained the wisdom on something. Wisdom is just knowledge and practice. It's knowledge you've attained, and you know how to wield it. You know how to use it. Again, I keep like the repeating message. You have recently learned this, or have been learning this, and have been completing your cycles or lessons or karmic debt on attachment and obsession, addiction, vices, escapism, things like that. I keep feeling this is relating to love for some reason. I can't stop feeling that. Can I get one more for Cappies for group 2? Whoa. Oh. If I can pick it up. We got the Maiden on the bottom. We have Queen of Earth. Talk about Earth Goddess seed energy. The maiden is kind of like pre-empress in a way. But the maidens very specifically speaks on, are you willing to be curious in your journey? Are you willing to be almost like naive about things, right? To stay open and unattached to ideas and allow that to inspire you, allow that to help you flourish yourself. But I feel like this needs to be like a very receptive state, a very open state. I keep getting, and look, there's roses down here too, roses. I keep getting romance as part of group 2, and maybe that needs to just be for yourself to like know, and maybe nothing for me to read about, but I just keep feeling that. Curious. So again, like I said, on the bottom we have Queen of Earth, and then we have the 10 of Air. But this 10 of Air is not about pain and suffering. I mean, look at it. It's pink. It's pink and butterflies. This is moving into a new level of consciousness and awareness. Like you've leveled up in your consciousness. You've leveled up in your awareness. You've leveled up in your lessons. Yeah, and then we have emotions. King of Water. So and maybe this is also why I kept feeling romance, because I feel like you are moving past a threshold. You are leveling up. My Cappies with group 2, and then what's on the other side of that threshold, represented by the 10 of Air, emotions and King of Water, while you are the Queen of Earth. Once you fully come out of this completion, and again, I feel like some of you may need a little rest. When you come out of that rest mode as well, and you're ready to like take on the world with new perspective and open, receptive, unattached way of being, there's going to be someone on the other side of that threshold, the King of Water, attached to emotions. Just saying. I feel it, so I can't deny it. Anyway, let's move on to group 3. It's going to be a very long video. This is how dedicated I am. Okay, group 3. We're going with goddesses for you. Okay. Hold on. Let me scooch all these over. Getting strong zebra all of a sudden, which is really weird. Anyway, I forget the name of this one. I lost the book. I lost the box in one of my many moves, but this is a goddess deck. I want to say it's just Goddess Oracle. Any messages or insights from the Capricorns for group 3? Ooh, group 3, you feel a little elusive. What is going on with you? Getting a lot of water. Group 3, you feel elusive. Are you in a void? Are you in a void? Are you in a bubble? Capricorn group 3. Oh. Bast. Might be very connected to the moon as well, Cappies. You could have strong Cancer in your chart, but independent. Bast is related to the moon. That's the only reason I mentioned that. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. I feel like you're cooking something. Maybe you're actually cooking, I don't know. But I keep feeling this bubble around you. Like maybe you put that bubble there. Maybe you're hermiting, maybe you're isolating. Because independent also speaks to like the solo journey of it, right? This is just the self, not really involving anybody else. I feel like you're incubating. I feel like you're cooking something, you're creating something, but I feel like you're contained. I also feel like you're contained. Can I get one more for my Capricorns for group 3? Oh, you got 2 more. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Definitely honor the moon. If you have any strong moon connections, just innately or in your chart, like through Cancer, I honor that. Honor that. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And then we have Yamaya, a lot of water. There's so much water here. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Okay, this is interesting, group 3, because again, I kept feeling like you're a little elusive because I think you are just contained in your energy or in your space. I feel like you're doing a lot on your own, or you're trying to make something, you're trying to cook something. I don't think you're sharing it with other people. Some of you, I think, are also just learning how to nurture yourself. which is something that I already channeled for Capricorns in general with these two cards together, learning what it means to actually nurture, take care of yourself, which is part of also the foundation of how we live our life, right? So some of you guys could just be working on that. But I feel like there's something happening outside of you that I do think wants your attention. Feels a little bit like how group 2 had the door. It feels like that. It feels like that. Some of you guys could be working with Yamaya as well. Very strong mother energy. Even just with Bast and Yamaya, because Bast to me does have a little mother energy, but Bast is so much about the sensual feminine, kind of like Queen of Wands meets Queen of Cups feminine. And Yamaya is definitely Queen of Cups, but Yamaya also has this force about her, that she is a force of Mother Nature, right? She can do things with storms, with the ocean and tidal waves and all of sea life. Like, forces of nature are at work within you, group 3. Yeah. Forces of nature are at work within you. But I do feel like I think it's like you guys are like learning. You know that. I think you know that. I think that's also why you're kind of taking space to like learn how to be a force of nature and whatever that means for you. But something's waiting for you. I can feel it. It's almost like once you get this in line, in order, whatever's waiting for you, you'll just know and you'll see it. I don't think you know something's waiting for you. I don't think you know it. You know you're a force of nature, and you're honing that in, you're reining that in, or you're cultivating that, or you're creating something, you're doing something in your aloneness or your independence, and you're not sharing it with others. But something's waiting for you. Anyway. All right, moving on. Any messages or insights for group 3 for Capricorns? And then after you guys, we're going to move on to part 2, where I'm probably going to spend less time on each group, just for the sake of time, because this is going over 30 minutes. Whoa. Okay. Oh. 4 of Cups. Interesting. This is kind of what I mean. It's like something's waiting for you, and there's no problem with doing what you need for yourself. It's very important to nurture yourself and honor yourself. I wonder if you're spending too much time doing that. Almost like perfecting. It's your comfort zone. It's your safety zone. The 4 of Cups coming out here, I feel almost like you're distracted by your own bubble. Almost like Spirit wants you to get out of your bubble. Spirit wants you to go through the door. Again, it's great to learn and cultivate and understand your needs and how to nurture yourself, or how to nurture things that matter to you, or even your gifts, or whatever they may be. But I feel like there's almost too much bubbling or too much isolation, to the point where it's like there are other things awaiting. It's how it feels. Anything else for Capricorns for group 3? Like, it makes me wonder, group 3, if you are shutting people out, actually. Four of Cups with the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups typically means moving forward and letting the past go. I don't feel like you fully stepped into the 8 yet. And the 4 and the 8 means there's another 4 at play, and other people could be a part of this too. It honestly, okay, I've been honest this whole time. Words are hard for me lately. It's time to get in the mix with other people, Cappies, group 3. I can't help but feel this. I can't help but feel this. I mean, even look at the imagery, right? It's like, what is he doing? He's on his own in his bubble. He's looking in a mirror. This guy, He is out and he is about and he is open and his chakras are on and he is facing the viewer and he is ready and open. There's something here, Cappies, where it's like the more closed you are, the more other people will be closed to you. The more open you are, the more open even the universe will be open to you. Yeah, that's kind of how I was feeling. Yeah, the more closed you are, like to the external, the more closed it's going to be to you. And I get it if you feel like you need to take some time or learn or cultivate something for yourself that takes care of you and supports you, that is very important. But I feel like group 3, you're doing a little too much of it, to the point where, okay, when are we going outside? When are we going to get together with that friend? When are we going to go take that trip? When are we going to go and try that thing? And be open and lit up to do it. It almost feels like come out of the water, Capricorns. Come out of the water, come out of the bubble. See, I want to get one more for you guys. Can I get one more for Capricorns group 3? And then we'll move on to part 2. Ooh, whoa. Wow. 10 and 2 of Cups, which is an 8. 8. And here you are at the 4. If you allow yourself to move into the 8, look at what you're moving to. The 10 and the 2. That could just be beautiful soul family and tribe. That could be a relationship. That could even be a really beautiful friendship. But no matter which way you cut it, it's beautiful connection with others, not just yourself. Here or here. This is the same dude. I mean, look at it. It's the same dude. This is closed and bubbled, open and receptive, and eager and willing and ready. Yes, do what you got to do to get your foundation right and take care of you. But look what's on the other side if you come out of the bubble. Amazing. Amazing. It's good to be independent. And I'm not saying you have to be dependent, but this is clearly about getting in the mix with others. Very clear. Okay. All right, Cappies. Whew, we're bouncing to part 2. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in part 2 just because we are literally doing 3 different groups here. Excuse me. But we will pull some tarot cards. Okay. All right. If this is where we depart, I hope you enjoyed. And if you're going to join me for part 2, I hope to see you over there soon. Don't forget to check out the website, socials, all that stuff. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night. Namaste.